Hello everyone, today our topic is how to add Facebook lead ad leads in Google Sheet without repetition. So here I'm promoting my business on Facebook lead ads and I'm receiving a lot of leads. But I'm receiving repeated leads again and again. Now what I want is that I want to add all my Facebook lead ad lead details in my Google Sheet without any repetition. So for that what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up a connection between Facebook lead ads and Google Sheet in such a way that whenever I'm going to receive a new lead from Facebook lead ads, that automatically by using that lead details, I'm going to first search for that lead in my Google Sheet. And if that lead does not exist in my Google Sheet, then automatically I'm going to add these lead details in my Google Sheet. So for this, I need to use Pabbly Connect, which is an amazing software for automation and integration. In Pabbly Connect, I need to use trigger and actions. In trigger application, I'm going to use Facebook lead ads. In action application, I'm going to use Google Sheets. So how I'm going to build this connection? For that, let me take you to my computer screen. I hope all you can see my computer screen, and today we are going to see that how we can add Facebook lead ads lead in Google Sheets without any repetition. So I have started promoting my business on Facebook lead ads and I'm receiving a lot of leads. But sometimes I receive same leads again and again. And now I only want the unique leads and I want to add these Facebook lead ads leads in my Google Sheet. So here in my Google Sheet, I'm going to keep the record of all my leads that I'm going to receive from Facebook lead ads. So here this is my spreadsheet which is named as Facebook leads and I have all these columns, and in these columns I'm going to add the detail of my leads. And here whenever I'm going to receive a new Facebook lead ad lead, then first I'm going to search for that lead in Google Sheet, whether that lead already exists or not. If that lead does not exist in our Google Sheet, then automatically I'm going to add these lead details in my Google Sheet. So this is how I'm going to keep a record of all my leads without any repetition. So how I'm going to do all this automatically and how we can add all the new and unique leads in our Google Sheet. For that we need to build a connection between Facebook lead ads and Google Sheet, and that too without any coding and programming skills with the help of Pabbly Connect. Now with Pabbly Connect, I'm going to create this connection and an automation between Facebook lead ads and Google Sheet in such a way that whenever I'm going to receive a new Facebook lead from Facebook lead ads, then automatically I'm going to use that Facebook lead ad details to first search for that lead in my Google Sheet. And if that lead does not exist in our Google Sheet, then automatically I'm going to add that lead details in my Google Sheet. So how I can create this automation and how I can build this connection between Facebook lead ads and Google Sheet. For that, I need to open a new tab and search for pabbly.com/connect, and it will take us to this landing page of Pabbly Connect. Here we have two options, sign in and sign up for free. If you don't have any account with Pabbly Connect, then you just have to click on this sign up for free button, and it will take only 2 minutes of your time and you will get 100 tasks free every month. Or if you already have an account, you can just sign in and you will get to see this page. So these are all the apps that Pabbly offers, and we are going to use Pabbly Connect here. For that, I need to click here on this Access Now button under Pabbly Connect, and it will direct us to the dashboard of Pabbly Connect. Here, this is the workflow section and we can see all the workflows that we will create here. This is the folder section. We can create new folder here and we can save any workflow in any particular folder that we want. Now here I want to create a new workflow. For that I need to click here on this create workflow button and this window will pop up. Here I have to name my workflow, so I'm going to name it as my objective, which is to add Facebook lead ads lead in Google Sheet without repetition. And now I have to select the folder where I want to save my workflow. So I'm going to open this tab, and in this tab you will find all the folders that you are going to create in your Pabbly Connect account, and you can select any folder to save your workflow. So I'm going to use this particular folder of Facebook lead ads. So I'm going to select this and I'm going to save my workflow in this particular folder. Now I'm going to click on create, and this will take us to this most important window of our workflow. Here we have two boxes, trigger and action. So these are the two main principles on which our workflow works on. And trigger says when this happens, action says do this. So trigger is going to be the first step that will get executed in our workflow, and action will just follow that. So we have to set up our trigger first, and here my trigger application is going to be Facebook lead ads. So I'm going to search for Facebook lead ads. So here I'm going to select Facebook lead ads, and now I have to give a trigger event. So I'm going to open this tab and new lead instant will be my trigger event. So I'm going to select this And I'm going to connect Facebook lead ads with Pabbly Connect in my workflow. For that, I need to click here on connect. I will click on add new connection and I will connect with Facebook lead ads. And here my connection is successful. And here I have already logged into my Facebook account in my browser. So it has detected that. Now what I need to do is I need to go back to Pabbly Connect. And here I have these two tabs of page and lead gen form. So first I need to select the page that I want to use. So for selecting my page, I need to take you back to Facebook lead ads. And here this is my page which is named as Pabbly Connect. And in this particular page, I'm running my ad campaign of Facebook lead ads. Now I'm going to map this in Pabbly Connect. So let's go back to Pabbly Connect. And I'm going to select my page. So I have to open this tab. And in this tab, you'll find all the pages that are connected with your Facebook account. And here I'm going to use the page of Pabbly Connect. So I'm going to search for that. And here this is my page. So I'm going to select this. Now here I have this option of lead gen form. So I'm going to use all lead generation forms. But if you want to select any particular form, then you have to open this tab and you will find all the forms that are connected with your Facebook page. So I'm going to use all lead gen forms here. And now we have this important note. So this note says, please note that after clicking the Save and Send Test Request button, you will need to generate sample submission of your lead ad form by clicking on the preview form button and filling out the form. Make sure that the lead generation form is live before making the sample submission. Now here what we need to do is we need to click on Save and Send Test Request button. And here it is waiting for webhook response. So how we are going to get this webhook response? For that we need to create a sample submission. And before making the sample submission, we need to make sure one thing, that our lead generation form is live. So how we are going to create this sample submission and how we are going to get this webhook response? For that what we need to do is we need to go to Meta for Developer. So I'm going to use Meta for Developer for creating my sample submission. Now let me take you to Meta for Developer. And here I will go to More. I will go to Tools. And here in Tools, I'm going to search for Lead Ads RTO Debug Tool. So I'm going to open this. And here again, we have these two tabs, page and form. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select my page. So I'm going to open this tab. And in this, I'm going to find my page. So this is the page which is named as Pabbly Connect. So I'm going to select this. And I have this lead gen form of new form. Now what I need to do is I need to create a sample submission. For that, I need to click here on this preview form button. So here this is my form, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill all these details to create a new sample submission or to create a new lead. So here I need to give the first name, last name, email, phone number and the city. So I'm going to fill these details. So here I have to give the first name. So my first name will be John, last name will be Karis. Now I have to give the email. So my email will be johnkaris@pabblytudes.com. And now I have to give a random phone number. So this is going to be my random phone number. And now I have to give a city. So my city will be Bhopal. And now I'm going to click on next. I will click on submit. And I have successfully submitted my form and I have created this new lead. Now let me take you back to Pabbly Connect. And here in Pabbly Connect, we can see I have received the response. So in this response, I have all these details of my lead. So I have the first name which is John, I have the last name which is Karis, I have the email which is johnkaris@pabblytudes.com, I have the random phone number of my lead, and I have the city which is Bhopal. So here I have received all these details of my lead. Now what I need to do is I need to first search for this lead in my Google Sheet, whether this lead already exists in my Google Sheet or not. So for that what I need to do is I need to set up my actions tab. So I'm going to open this tab. And here my action application is going to be Google Sheets. So I'm going to select Google Sheets here. And now I have to give an action event. So I'm going to open this tab. And here I'm going to use this option of lookup spreadsheet rows v2. So this is going to be my action event. So I'm going to select this. And I'm going to connect Google Sheets with Pabbly Connect. So I'll click here on connect. I will click on add new connection. And I will sign in with Google. Now here I need to click on allow to give access to my account. So I'm going to click here. And my connection here is successful. Now here I have all these tabs, and first I have to select my spreadsheet. So for the spreadsheet, I have to take you back to my Google Sheet. And in my Google Sheet, I'm using this spreadsheet of Facebook leads. And here I'm on sheet 1. And in this spreadsheet, I have all these columns. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to Pabbly Connect. And first I'm going to select my spreadsheet. So for selecting the spreadsheet, I have to open this tab. So in this tab, I'm going to find all the spreadsheets that I've created in my Google Sheet account. And here I'm going to use this particular spreadsheet of Facebook leads. So I'm going to select this. And I only have one sheet in my spreadsheet, which is named as sheet 1. So it is already selected. Now what I need to do is I need to give a lookup value. So in the lookup value, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give the email address of my lead that I've received from my response of Facebook lead ads. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give the email address of my new lead that I've received from Facebook lead ad. And now what is going to happen is that email is going to be my lookup value. So with this lookup value, I'm going to find that lead email in my Google Sheet. And if that email already exists in my Google Sheet, so that will mean that I have received a repeated lead. And if that lead does not exist in my Google Sheet, then it will mean that I'm receiving a new lead or a unique lead, and I can add that lead details in my Google Sheet. So here I have to give my lookup value, and for that I need to map that email address of my lead. So I need to use mapping, and what mapping is a technique through which I can retrieve the data from the previous steps, and the data that is changing will get replaced with the new data in the real time. So for mapping, I need to click here. I will open the response of Facebook lead ads, and here this is my email address, so I'm going to map this. And now I have to give a lookup column. So for the lookup column, I have to take you back to my Google Sheet, and here I have this column of email. So this is my column D, so I'm going to use this as my lookup column. Now let's go back to Pabbly Connect, and here my lookup column is going to be column D, and now I have to give my AND column of data. So I want to AND the data searching in my column D only, so that will be my AND column of data. So I'm going to type column D here, and I have filled all the required details. Now what I need to do is I need to scroll down, and I'm going to click on Save and Send Test Request button. And here we can see I have received this result. So I have this result which is data not found. So this means that this email does not exist in my Google Sheet, and this lead does not exist in my Google Sheet. Now here I have received this result. Now what I need to do is I need to set up a filter. So for setting up my filter, I have to add one more action step. And here I'm going to use filter by Pabbly. So I'm going to select that. And now I have to give an action event. So I'm going to open this tab, and filter values will be my action event. So I'm going to select that. And I'm going to connect filter by Pabbly with Pabbly Connect. So I'll click here on connect. And in filter, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the result that I'm going to receive from my Google Sheet. And in that result, if I'm receiving the result of data not found, then it will mean that my lead does not exist in my Google Sheet, and that will be my filter value. So for setting up my filter, I need to first give a label. So for selecting the label, I'm going to open the response. And here I'm going to open the response of Google Sheets. And here I'm going to use this label of response result. So I'm going to select this. And now what I need to do is I need to give a filter type, and my filter type is already selected, which is equal to. Now what I need to do is I need to give a value. So this data not found is going to be my filter value, and whenever I'm going to find this value in my response, then it will mean that my lead is a unique lead, and I can add that lead in my Google Sheet. So here I have set up my values. Now what I need to do is I need to click on Save and Send Test Request button. And here my status is success and my condition is true. So this means that my lead is a unique lead, and I can add that in my Google Sheet. So for that I need to add my last action step. And here my action application is going to be Google Sheet. So I'm going to select Google Sheets, and I have to give an action event. So I'm going to open this tab, and add new row will be my action event. So I'm going to select this, and I'm going to connect Google Sheets with Pabbly Connect. So I'll click here on connect, and I have already built this connection between Google Sheets and Pabbly Connect. So I'm going to use this existing connection, and I'm going to click on save. And again, I'm going to select the same spreadsheet and same sheet. So I'm going to open this tab, and this is my spreadsheet which is named as Facebook Leads. And now I have to add all the details of my lead that I want to add in my Google Sheet. So first I need to give the first name. So I'm going to click here. I will open the response of Facebook lead ads. And here this is the first name, which is John. So I'm going to map this. Now I have to map the last name. So I'm going to click here. I will open the response of Facebook lead ads. And this is my last name, which is Karis. So I'm going to map this. And similarly, I'm going to map the phone number. Now I'm going to map the email address and the city. So here I have mapped all these details, and now what is going to happen is that every time I'm going to receive a new lead from Facebook lead ads, then automatically all these lead details are going to get replaced with the new lead detail that I'm going to receive from Facebook lead ads, and I'm going to receive new lead detail in real time. So here I have filled all the required details. So what I need to do is I need to click on Save and Send Test Request button. And here we can see I have received the response. So this is a positive response. So this means that I have added my lead details that I have received from Facebook lead ad in my Google Sheet. Now let's go back to Google Sheet. And here in Google Sheet, we can see I have added this new row. So in this new row, I have the first name, which is John. I have the last name, which is Karas. I have this random phone number, and I have the email, which is johnkaras@pabblytudes.com, and the city is Bhopal. So here we can see that I have received this new lead from Facebook lead ads, and I have first searched for this lead in my Google Sheet, and this lead does not exist in my Google Sheet. So I have added this unique lead automatically in my Google Sheet. So here my connection between Facebook lead ads and Google Sheet is working successfully, and whenever I'm going to receive a new lead from Facebook lead ad, if that lead is not a repeated lead, then automatically I'm going to add that lead in my Google Sheet. Now to check this in real time, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to Meta for Developer. I'm going to close this, and I'm going to delete this lead. And again, I'm going to preview this form, and I'm going to fill this form. So here I have to give a first name. So my first name will be Jack, and I have to give a last name. So my last name will be Elvis. I have to give an email. My email will be jackelvis@pabblytudes.com, and I'm going to give a random phone number. So this is going to be my random phone number of my lead, and I'm going to give a city. So my city will be Indore, and now I have to click on next, and I will click on submit, and I have successfully submitted my form, and I have created this lead. Now what should happen is that by automatically using my lead details, it should first search for that lead in my Google Sheet, and if this lead does not exist in my Google Sheet, then automatically this lead detail should be added in my Google Sheet. Now to check this, let me take you back to Google Sheet. And here we can see that I have added this new row. So here I have the first name, which is Jack. I have the last name, which is Elvis. I have this random phone number, and I have the email, which is jackelvis@pabblytudes.com, and I have the city, which is Indore. So here we can see that I have used all these details to fill in my lead form, and I have used these details to create a new lead in Facebook lead ads. And this lead does not exist in my Google Sheet, so I have automatically added this lead details in my Google Sheet. So here my connection between Facebook lead ads and Google Sheet is working successfully, and here I have created this automation for adding all the unique leads that I'm going to receive from Facebook lead ads. Now let's go back to Pabbly Connect, and I have built this connection between Facebook lead ads and Google Sheet in such a way that whenever I'm going to receive a new Facebook lead ad lead, then automatically I'm going to search for that lead in my Google Sheet, and if that lead is not repeated, then automatically I'm going to add that lead detail in my Google Sheet. Now let's summarize what we did here. So first I have set up my trigger, and my trigger application was Facebook lead ads, and my trigger event was new lead instant. Then I have set up my action steps, and first I have used Google Sheet as my action application, and here my action event was lookup spreadsheet row v2. Then I have set up my filter by using filter by Pabbly, and my action event was filter values. Then in the last I have used Google Sheet as my action application, and my action event was add new row. So this is how I have successfully created this workflow, and you can also create this workflow by following all the steps that I did in my workflow. And I'm also going to put the link of my workflow in the description so you can check it out from there, and thank you for watching this video.
Not just these applications, you can automate and integrate a lot more applications like this by using Pabbly Connect. So if you want to reach out to us, then email us at support@pabbly.com, and if you have any queries, then you can write us at forum.pabbly.com, and if you have any issue with the pricing, then you can visit this link. And if you like this video, then please like, share and subscribe. Thank you.